Live. Minimize.
There we are.
Woot woot. The compressor's not on.
Gotta go to the compressor room. Getting compressed. Man.
Ooh.
2 ads for things I don't care about in a row?
Flip that dude at idiot. Hi, Shivox. Hurrah. Calzaro. Hi, everyone. I'm working on good old, second edition Space Marine Chaplain number 4.
Hell yeah. We all know that one.
Yeah! I have to be confused with Chaplain number 2. That lame model. Looky Bat, aw. Noodle Boy, hello. Chris House, ho 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 ho. Naked Apes, hello to all of you. Dubart, I'm mid-termining for 2nd degree black belt tonight. Wish me luck. Good luck.
Good luck. It's gonna be awkward when you see me there.
Take the banner. I'm glad a Chaplain won. I am too. It was, you know,
Yeah.
it wasn't looking like it was gonna be, but
Yeah. Were you surprised that it was a Chaplain?
I was pretty shocked.
Yeah. I was pretty shocked as well.
I love that the there was three models, and only one of them wasn't finished and had no base to speak of, and that's the one that won.
Yeah. That's kind of how it always is.
Boom.
Primed.
It needs one more coat. 4 Vrax. Update the stream. It says Dark Eldar. Nope.
Oh no, Nick is the boards they snap at karate meets.
Haha.
Yeah.
King has new squad army box revealed. Basically, Jay was wrong again. I was wrong? When did I say it wouldn't be an army box?
Land train?
I did say I was gonna be. Well, that's it wasn't a land train, but it was a big bus.
You're wrong.
It had little wheels like a train.
Yeah. Wheels that are gonna just explode for all that weight.
I popped it into Photoshop and I enlarged the wheels by 50%, and it looks like if it came out looking like that, I don't think I ever would have noticed the wheels. The Manga Vlog channel. Yes, another addition to Jay's alarmingly big and equally alarmingly expensive Chaplain collection. It's not that bad. You can get old Hammer models if you're not dead set on getting one specific thing. You can get them cheap. Like I've been buying Chaplains, 1 or 2 a year for years. I don't think I paid $20 more than $20 for any of them. Probably this one was probably 15.
I didn't buy any, so I saved even more money. It's pretty cool. Culture Wars Diplomacy. Rule 1, Jay's always wrong. Rule 2, if he's ever right, he is still wrong.
That is true. This is factually accurate. actively narcissistic. How are my fellow paint placers today? Pretty good. A little tired.
Bad. No, I'm doing fine. I have to follow that up really quick because everyone's gonna be like, oh no. Nobody was gonna do that. I just want to feel special. Actively narcissistic. If Jay is correct, it is only by technicality. I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom! Clean airbrush.
Sure, squat the squats.
Squat.
I'm making pins. Fuck those little hairy fucks.
That big picture of them all on the moon, or whatever kind of moon-looking planet they were on, it looked pretty cool.
It did look pretty cool.
Crash TV, I got some inks and I've been playing with them. What do you prefer for a Zenithal? Paint or ink? I used to always use Liquitex Titanium White ink, but recently I've been using Stynylrez White Primer, and it's been working out really well. And it's just the paint layer is a little tougher. Sometimes with the ink, the paint layer is a little fragile, which is no big deal if like I'm zenithaling it the night before and then I'm gonna paint it the next day. But if I'm gonna zenithal it and then instantly like just throw on some like contrast paint or something crazy, sometimes it'll start to come off a little. But not so with white primer.
There you go.
I just got a squad of Death Riders, and I'm not sure what to do to base them. So far I'm thinking of mud bases, but not sure. From there, any thoughts? Mud base sounds good. I've been wanting to play around with coconut fiber pulp. I feel like I've seen some, I might have been Geek Gaming Scenic, or Luke's APS, whatever his channel's called. I think he might have used it or something. And like mixed with Mod Podge. I want to play around because I've been using it's like the base that I can just knock out and it'll look great every single time is a good old wood chip with some sand, but I would like to have like a couple of basing schemes that are just perfect every time. And are not like incredibly specific, like industrial base or desert base. Jason M, I can see the squats being the most OP for a little bit just to sell. Maybe. Is that ever really true? Games Workshop makes the new model super crazy good. I feel like the times it happens, it gets huge press, but like the times it doesn't, nobody talks about it because it's not really worth talking about. I feel like it's just not really that true.
Why do you hate the fan?
Oh no, I was going to go to the new game store and play until midnight, but I caught the plague. Your store is open until midnight? Damn. I can see that making for a really cool night, though. Pirate Tracks, hi Jay, I'm planning on paying some black power armor. Is it advisable to do a Zenithal highlight even if you're going to be covering it in black? I would say you should watch my video called Games Workshop Models Are Overly Detailed and Obnoxious, where I paint some Black Templar. because I really like that scheme, that recipe I came up with for those for that black power armor, and it did use a zenithal.
Scheme. Scheme.
Gabriel Lorquist, I just got an airbrush. Any tips for cleaning them fast? I used to run to the sink and just wash it out in the sink, and that was pretty quick. Now I have a little bucket of water next to me, and I plunge it under the water and spray, and then I take it out. I put a rag against the tip, and I make it like gurgle and backflow a little, and then I spray that out, and then it's clean. And you're gonna have to clean the tip probably pretty much every time you use it. Like if you have that tip cleaning tool, you probably want to give the nozzle a clean every time.
I love cleaning the tip. I find it to be the most, the best part of the whole experience. Literature, Jay says, always clean your tip. It's true.
Logan Smith, what's your favorite Warhammer faction? Black Templar Space Marines!
Orcs. Orcs.
Cultural Diplomacy, when doing Games Workshop models, instructions help. I have to kit bash a model because I didn't use the numbers at first. Well, it sounds like you answer your own question. If you're not using the numbers and you gotta just hold an arm up to the model or leg up to the model and see if it fits. Chris House, Jay, what's the best base color for Nurgle Flesh? I don't know. What color you want it to be?
Yep.
I'm gonna say orange.
I'm gonna say pink.
Top Deck DZG, what do you recommend as a varnish for Citadel paints? New to the paint, thanks. Any varnish will be fine. I don't have a varnish I really like. I've often not been varnishing my models, and I find that that's fine to not varnish your models. What I found worked okay in the past was a 50-50 mix of Vallejo polyurethane satin varnish and Vallejo polyurethane matte varnish, but it still turns slightly desaturates the model. Active Narcissist. Next rule, if Jay says that something is bad, it's just his bad taste talking. 100%. I really like things that are tacky and dumb. That's my aesthetic.
I've seen the wood paneling in your room.
Yeah.
That's funny for a lot of reasons that nobody gets. Joe Runge, hey Nick, I'm unboxing an LA Goo Neptune. Have you heard anything about it? I have not. I used to have, well actually I still have one LA Goo Mars. Just regular old Mars. And then I used to have two and I sold one to a friend. I really like that printer. But now I'm a shill for any cubic.
Mm. Yeah, they actually paid you for that plug you just did right now.
It's crazy.
I saw the email pop up.
Yep. Gonna buy a new Bentley. I crash these Bentleys a lot. I need a lot of money.
Yeah, it's hard to shoot videos around your court schedules.
Yeah, it is difficult, but it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth it for all those Bentleys.
Crash TV, I've been using coconut fiber pulp. It's awesome. You can either mix it up or use it in chunks and then drip some glue onto it to set it. Yeah. Another tricky thing with bases, it just takes so long. And it's not even, it takes a long time to do them, and then it takes a long time for them to dry. Like, the fastest thing is probably milliput, and that's still 4 hours.
Yep.
Because I like my model standing tall. Can't remember the last time I had my a model standing on something that was less than a quarter-inch tall.
Mm-hmm.
Although I was looking at the models I just finished yesterday, the Hellions, and I really like the look of the dirt just terminating on the ground, like without the standard 4 millimeters of height that the base provides. I think it looks really good. I might, for an experiment, I might just do all of my Eldar that way.
Interesting.
Just to see what that looks like for on a whole army.
Like not have a base rim?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just make bases that look like the Games Workshop flying stand base. It's just a little pitcher's mound.
Yeah.
Because I think it looks really good. Song, is Helbrecht worth buying? He looks cool, but seems decent in-game. I mean, if he looks cool and he's decent in-game, I think you might have your answer.
Right.
He is pricey. There's a wonderful video by Not Just Mecha, Marco Frassoni, painting up Helbrecht in 4 hours, and it's amazing. Double, if I want an old pewter dreadnought, what search terms should I be using? Probably dreadnought and metal.
I think you nailed it.
Yeah. Also, one thing I always look for, because usually you want to buy for people who, because if you're buying, like if you see a listing for second edition pewter dreadnought, it's gonna cost like a lot. But if you just search dreadnought and you look to see if it's metal, then you might be able to snag one for a really good deal. The metal dreadnought has a really specific grenade launcher on its back, and that's what I always look for. Number one, because usually that's missing and I want it, so I don't want to buy one that doesn't have it. But also, if I see somebody's just, I'm selling an old dreadnought and it's got the thing, and I'm like, $15. Yes, please. So sometimes you want to try to find the sellers who don't know what they got.
Yeah. Yeah. Some old lady's accidentally putting up her son's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, she knows how eBay works.
Yep.
And running into some problems.
Zerg619 on the stream says that this is the first, but the thumbnail says it's the
perfect.
14th.
I fixed it. It's just they putting it together real quick.
Mark Kahn, can primer colors be used as your base color, for example? So much easier to spray white than to brush it. Oh yeah, for sure. Everybody should do that. Yeah, if you paint blue Space Marines, you prime them blue. Save yourself the hassle. But don't buy the Games Workshop Rattle Can Blue or the Army Painter Rattle Can whatever.
No.
It's normal spray paint, just more expensive.
Yep.
Just go to Walmart or a hardware store and just get a cheap bottle of whatever Matt's primer.
Who's Matt?
Is Dr. Rhino. He streams on I think Mondays and Thursdays.
Shangron never understood the 4 millimeters lift of bases. I think it's just to separate it from the ground. Maybe they thought that looks nice. It makes it look more like a display piece.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, because way back in the day when they were just lead metal D&D models and stuff, they were usually just had a little sculpted lump was the base.
I also wonder too if it helps. Well, if you're an insane person, if it helps you not grab the miniature.
Yeah.
To lift it up.
Yeah, in theory, you never ever touch the model. You always touch the base, but I don't care.
Yeah.
I pick them up by the handful like popcorn.
Yeah, especially orcs.
Yeah.
Come on. You know what? Is it really that big of a deal to touch up the paint a little bit after, I don't know, 10 years?
Yeah, I mean, you could lick them. It's not going to do anything.
Right. Well, what I like to do is I like to put my models in a box with rocks and shake it all up. That's what I like to do.
The Me Man. Hey y'all, quick painting question. I want to make a custom Space Marine chapter, but I can't pick a scheme that I really fall in love with. Any tips? Where'd it go? For picking a scheme. I don't really know. I think there's I think it's a page on the Bolter and Chainsword. It's a blog, but like if you look up like the Bolter and Chainsword Space Marine color picker or Space Marine paintable Space Marine. They'll have like a little Space Marine that you can pick colors for, and it'll fill it in. That's kind of fun to play with.
You should do that on the Citadel color app.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, get the Citadel color app. Play with that. But I don't know. I just look on Pinterest, look on Instagram, maybe Cool Mini or not, see if there's anything that catches your eye. If you want my opinion, paint them orange.
And if you want my opinion, paint them pink. So, there you go. We're very helpful here.
Oh, yeah. MRCA, what does everyone think of the Lords of Votan, Leagues of Votan, Codex and Army drop, or Army box? I'm looking forward to pre-ordering them. I don't know if I'll get them. And if I was planning on it, I think I would definitely wait on the Army box, because I just don't want lots of squads. I mean, sure. As your squad army grows, you'll probably buy a second box of squats. But right off the bat, like I really want to paint those mech suits, and the mech suits don't come in that box. But maybe they'll come in the Combat Patrol. Who knows? I wonder if Games Workshop's going to wait a little while before the Combat Patrol, so they don't have a repeat of the Black Templar incident, where the Black Templar Combat Patrol came out and everybody stopped buying the Army box because the Combat Patrol was way better.
Yeah, I hope so.
Jeremiah Murphy, I have painting some Cerberus Raiders. Those are the mechanical horses for the Adeptus Mechanicus. I'm having a hard time with them. I was unsure if you had a tip. If I was painting those guys, I think the first thing I would do is prime them black and then dry brush them silver. And that'll pick out all their little mechanically doodads. And then all of that stuff is done. Then I would just go ahead and like paint their red armor or whatever color you're doing the armor, and go from there with all the fiddliest bits done.
Fiddliest bits.
It's my band name.
Fiddliest bits.
Stern Merc, Jay, you have any good ways to make spaceship flooring base with a new kill team box? I don't want the Navy breachers to breach a desert or a forest. I have many basing videos on how to do mechanical, industrial, factory, and spaceship bases.
Spaceship.
Spaceship.
Oops. Yeah, what is it? Where is it? Sometimes the chat moves too fast. Shangron, is there a color that does not go well with purple? I love purple.
Where's my color wheel? Not, I guess brown. No, brown
Yeah,
sort of works. It's because like yellow looks good with purple, sort of. If you do it right, like you don't want it. What's the football team that's purple and yellow and it's pretty obnoxious?
Is it the Vikings?
It might be.
I don't know. I don't know anything about sports ball. All I know is go back, go there, guy.
Go back, go there, guy. I feel like purple
Go
is pretty
back, go
versatile
there, guy.
because it can sort of be a cool color or a warm color. I think if you want your other accent colors to be colder, then maybe mix it with like a little blue to make it colder. And if you want to use warmer accent colors, maybe mix it with a little magenta to put it in the warmer spectrum. Because right on the edge, it's right on the edge of the warm, cold color spectrum. Good old B&D. Do you think gamers are just going to do Battle Forces for Christmas again? And are they worth it? They're usually pretty worth it if you want every single thing that comes in them. Not like, oh, I kind of want this kit and I kind of want this kit, and I might as well just end up with the other ones if I spend a lot of money. Like, don't... That's maybe not the move, but if you're like, this... I'm starting this army, I got nothing, and I want to have everything, maybe it's a good get. Yeah, I'm sure they'll do them again this year. They've always done them.
Pack, go there, guy. I just like saying go pack, go.
Go pack, go.
Oh, we got the NFL preseason game with the Packers and the Vikings. Go pack, go there, guy.
Go pack, go. Oh yeah, baby. It's not even words.
Oh yeah.
That's what it's like sometimes, though.
Yeah, it is. Do you want the That's what it's like living in Wisconsin. Okay, there, guy. And you end it with that.
Yeah, okay, there, guy. Want me wrapped up in a bag for you?
I love it.
Joey the Soulless, advice on Chaos Space Marines. I got lore for them. Basically, they're non-traitor Night Lords, but had a mishap and failed and got trapped in the warp and unknowingly corrupted. Yeah! That sounds sweet. Gabriel Lorquist, what color should I paint my squat army? Orange.
Yeah, agreed.
Disgusting Duck is bright blue, green, and pink a good color scheme for Harlequins? Absolutely. It just devolves into the Swedish chef.
Mm-hmm.
Steve J, you ever partake in any local game store competitions, if there ever are any? I know the Warhammer store near me always does it, but I've never entered.
Are you chicken?
Yeah.
You're not gonna. Yeah.
I'd probably get smoked pretty hard.
You think so?
No.
I don't think you. Yeah. I don't think you would.
I'm saving all of my competition energy for Golden Demon next year.
Yeah, of course.
I think, man, the longest mini I think I've ever painted was 30 hours. And so I'll probably try to do it at the very least 30 hours per piece, and I want to enter all 11 categories.
It's also September.
Mm-hmm.
not to push any,
Plenty of time.
Yeah. Jeremiah Murphy, are you fellas in the USA?
Nope.
We're
No, we are. Crash TV, can you rhyme the word orange? Door hinge.
Boom! It's the best, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you nailed it.
As nice things, is it just me, or does the squats don't look like they belong in the 40k universe? I think they do. They sort of do, just because they are, like, but also, like, people didn't like the Tau. People did not like the Tau, and they're like, Games Workshop's just catering to weebs. 40k isn't grim dark anymore, but I think it's fine. I like them.
Where do you eat the fans?
The true fans. Everybody's having fun wrong.
Yeah. Calzarok streaming live from the secret Eons of Brazil location.
Yeah. Yeah, we're on the lam.
Yep. Michael Jorgensen, orange rhymes with your mom.
Nailed it.
Yeah. That was just so good. What a world we live in.
Jeremiah Murphy, the Eldar armor suits look as Gundam as the Tau. Some of them do, yeah. Especially the Forge World ones.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Murphy, how are the Tau fans weebs but Eldar are not? It's different, because the Eldar are the elves from the Lord of the Rings. Which Games Workshop stole, because there weren't elves before Tolkien.
Yeah. Yeah.
Neil, what's your opinion on the Tyranid range? Just built and painted Hive Fleet Kraken, and I feel like the design is timeless, but also a little dated. Curious to hear what you thought. I really like the Tyranid. I like their weird old style thing of alien monsters that are like holding guns, but the gun is like part of their hand. I think that's a really cool look, and I think they would lose something if they went kind of more of a StarCraft route, where they're just bugs, and they shoot bug bullets out of their mouths. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why would they be holding guns? But I kind of like it. I like that it's weird and kind of retro. Yeah, I really like the Tyranid design. I think it's very unique.
Tyranid. Jason M. Tyranids are the best.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think the Winged Hive Tyrant is like one of the most classic 40k models of all time.
Yeah.
Dark Tech, are you excited for the new Voidsman models in the Kill Team box? Absolutely. I'm going to try all sorts of weathering stuff on them and their big diving bell helmets. Brian Hall, everybody's going to keep calling them squats instead of Voton, aren't they? Of course, they're the squats.
That is just what they are. Dark Tech, man, I'm very excited for them. I love Imperial Navy.
Yeah. Camp Styles. After we fight about the Tau, let's fight about the Last Jedi. Absolutely. Shane Run. Next year, Games Workshop will release a Pixie and Gnome faction for minis. The miniest of all minis. That'd be kind of fun. I could definitely say that for Age of Sigmar. Oh, Age of Sigmar is so good.
It is. They just got a lot of stuff, and it's really fun.
It's all really cool.
Except for the Friar Slayers, whatever they're called.
The Friar Slayers.
Friar Slayers. That's what they are. Fire Slayers. They're suck. They just, yeah.
Yeah, they don't do much for me either. Just naked diaper dwarves with a really cool dragon. But that's about it. The old Carcadrake. I love that name is taking up space in my brain.
Yep. Logic Lust. Hey y'all, what's the best thing to thin, cheap craft store paints with?
I guess water. I don't know if any expensive paint product is going to turn cheap craft paint into something super nice.
Yeah.
Maybe just use them as intended. Probably be fine.
I'd like Man 27. The thumbnail of the stream makes it seem like it's metal. Is that the case?
Yes, this is a metal
Yes.
mini. It's an old 2nd edition Space Marine Chaplain. And I forgot to base coat his hand. I have to go back. Let's make a
Joe's
good time,
turn.
though. His armor will all be done tonight.
Joe's turn, that would be the Vikings. I only know that because I live in the state they play in. Ha, we know where you live now. Ha.
We're going to send a pizza to your state.
Nice.
Grimsley, hey Ans, I'm starting a Salamander's army. What units do you recommend? Ooh, probably stuff with flamers and meltas. Definitely some Hellblaster. No, not Hellblasters. Hellblaster, Eradicator. I think they're Eradicators. The Eradicators are the guys in Gravis armor with big melta-guns. Those would probably be a good pick. Yeah, the Salamanders love flamethrowers and meltas more than pretty much anything else. Yeah, they love rescuing civilians and innocent people and burning everybody else with fire.
It is. Oh, sweet. Jay's painting a Space Wolf furry marine.
Yeah. Yeah, the face is kind of weird. It's got like an animal-ish skull. But, you know, I feel like it actually would help because it sort of works as is, even if I'm gonna play it in Black Templar. But like, if you wanted to use this model in a Space Wolves army, I think it would really look the part if you really painted it up to take advantage of that mask. Marcon, is it possible to kill team solo? I suppose so.
Never gonna cheat.
Yeah. I guess you could play any wargame solo. Just play both sides.
Yep. I would say go to the local game store, maybe find someone to play with.
Mm-hmm.
I know for a fact. I know for a fact that a manager will set that up.
Yes. Ooh, and there's the video game. What's it called? Tabletop Simulator. Tabletop Simulator. It like will find you an opponent to play with.
Right. And then you play with that person, and you find out that they live right next to you, right next door.
Yeah.
And wow, look at that.
And then you fall in love because they're also your soulmate.
Exactly. And you never knew that you that you were swinging that way, but you are. So, you know, life is good.
Yeah.
See? George Gajardo. I had too much pizza. Why did Games Workshop make me do that?
I wish I had that problem.
Pizza. Kino Kinone's squat rules leaked. 9th edition continues to be broken. More at 11.
Does it? I feel like all I've heard is that 9th edition is actually kind of killing it in the balance department. From like Auspex Tactics or what's he called? Battle Turtle?
No, everything's bad.
Oh.
Yeah. Jeez.
Something to do that 88. Soul Blake Gravelight.
Oh, my K-pop.
Jeremiah Murphy. I got the Dominion box right now. $85 feels like a steal. Yeah, a little less than half off. And that's a good box. It is a really good box.
Hey, and how much is that rule book?
They probably sell it for $50.
You probably could. Honestly, you probably can't.
No, you can't. You can't sell it for 50. I think Games Workshop sells it for 50.
Yeah. People are selling it for $22. Yes, I see 22, 30. That one's not selling. Wow, it actually is. Seems like the $22 one is the best price.
Mm.
Someone's got the old one for 10.
Cidaman, I'm new. Should I start with 40k, 30k, or Kill Team? Whichever one is most interesting to you. I think Kill Team is probably the easiest one to get into because you need a lot less models and terrain and stuff.
Right.
But like if you like the idea of the historical wargaming of the Horus Heresy, then 30k is your game. If you just like the 40k armies and their silliness, 40k.
I would go Kill Team.
Yeah.
And then build up to 40k if you like it.
Yeah. I just feel like doing a lot of layering with gray is like
Boring.
Just yeah, well, boring, but it just kind of leads to nothing because at the end of the day, there's gray. Whereas if this was like a layering of black to green, oh, it would look so cool. But just gray, your brain tends to just sort of ignore it a little bit.
Shangron, the leaks come from third-party retailers. They create the hype to sell more, in my opinion. It's kind of a fun idea.
Wait, the leaks come from third parties?
Third-party retailers.
Third-party retailers.
Because they want you to think that everything's good. All the new
That's
stuff
true.
is really, really good. So then you go and buy it immediately. And then they go, ha 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 ha. It's actually bad. But in reality, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty rare for a model to be so awful that you just can't, you shouldn't buy it. And then usually it's not so awful forever. usually things flip-flop pretty quick.
Right.
I've seen Tau on top of the world, and then at the very bottom, and then on top of the world, and then at the very bottom again.
Right.
ElecMan24, any advice on working with metal minis? I'm getting my first metal models in some old Zinj demons, and I know metal is pretty notorious, so I'd love any advice you've got on working with metal. It's the same as a resin model. You got to give it a wash before you glue it together and paint it. You got to use super glue instead of plastic glue. And you can just paint it up like normal. Prime it, paint it.
Prime it, paint it.
Dust Mop Productions. I just made an Assault Intercessor squad that I could use for Kill Team. Absolutely. You could even use the brand new rules.
That's true. ElecMan24, it won't rust if you wash it?
It won't rust ever. I don't think there's enough iron in it.
It's pewter. Shangran, were there any Astra Militarum leaks? Yes, the Sentinel,
yeah, there were.
Right?
Yeah, that's why Games Workshop showed off all of this stuff crazy early. Hey, everybody, look, it's Creed's daughter. Now we're just not going to talk about that for a couple months.
Yeah, don't you worry about that.
No peeking. Zedaman, do you think Dark Mechanicum will be added as a playable faction eventually?
No.
Probably not. They're probably a little too similar to Adeptus Mechanicus. Like, Space Marines are so popular that I think they can totally support a bad guy Space Marine faction. But, like, we're probably not going to see... I think a Dark Mechanicum... I mean, why not just play Adeptus Mechanicus as Dark Mechanicum and just paint your guys dark? And add a couple spikes here and there. Like it's always it's fun if they have official rules, but there's just so many individual tiny things that'll never probably have rules. But like us as hobbyists with imagination, we can do whatever we want. Like, you know, Lamenters, I don't believe have any real rules, but if you want to play Lamenter Space Marines, you can totally do that. If you want to play Traitor Guard, you know, you can just play with Imperial Guard rules, or maybe Gene Stealer Cult rules would be cool too, and just paint your models that way.
J Wizard Workshop. What? No paint handle?
Oh yeah.
Joey the Soulless, I like to think Games Workshop has a team of people photoshopping pictures together preparing for leaked models.
I tend to think so. The leaks are always so specifically leak photos.
Yeah.
Cultural diplomacy. I found paint flakes a little easier in metal. Oh yeah, I've never had paint flake off of plastic or resin, but yeah, like because metal can flex like a lot really easily, and that totally leads to paint cracking. I think that's just the nature of metal. Even if you put a varnish on there.
I love it. Monitor James has investigated himself and found nothing wrong.
Dark Mechanicus has 30k rules. That's the closest you'll see to Dark Mechanicum in 40k. Yeah, probably. But like if they make the models, they're already halfway there. Just gotta find some rules to play with, and then you're golden. And never wait for Games Workshop's permission to do anything. Leak those images you found online.
Mm-hmm. Leak. I want to leak something that isn't even real.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that the dream?
Louise is actually 6'2", and they just Photoshop her.
Exactly. No, I like to think. So this is what you do. You make a model. Like you make some sort of model. I guess now that the squats are done, I guess you have to think of the second best thing. Something that they got rid of a long time ago that people really maybe would like. And you know, maybe you make them in Blender, you 3D print them, you paint them, you set up like the photos, like how they do it. So you take a photo, you Photoshop it to make it look like the box art that they normally have, and then you really blur it.
Yeah.
And take a photo of that, and then leak it.
That would be fun.
And just see how big of a mess you could create.
Remember when I made Kill Team flyers and Kill Team heavy support?
Yeah. And then people thought they were real.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun.
Good old huge tanks and skirmish warfare.
Yep, huge tanks and skirmish warfare. And then there were so many people that were like, "Oh my gosh, where can I get that book? Where can I get it?" And then they would reply to themselves like later, like, 20 minutes later, like, "Oh, it's not real. Whoops." It's pretty great.
James Harrelson just watched Play on Tabletop where a guy had a Grot army proxied as Astra Militarum. Exactly! Yeah, that sort of stuff is sweet.
Yeah, it's sweet, but you can't play it at Warhammer World.
I think you probably could. It's official models. I guess it's not officially the model it is.
I wouldn't let you.
You probably couldn't play it in like a well, I wonder how that would work. Because there's also a rule where you can email like the event organizer and they can check your models for you if they're okay or not. I kind of feel like if you do a good enough job, they would let it slide.
I'm the event organizer, and I'm gonna say no, just for fun. No, but it is really cool. Flippin' dude at ADH, you should send Games Workshop a cease and desist letter. Yeah.
Steve J, with the second Horus model, do you think we will get the other additional Primarch miniatures too? Yes, they said that they would do all the Primarchs in the Horus article, which is kind of wild considering like Jagatai Khan and the Lionel Johnson just came out this year. So I don't know if they're going to start another like 11-year project of remaking all the Primarchs.
You know what? I didn't really look at it. Yeah, look.
Dustmount Productions, any tips for a beginning Black Templar army? Yes, I have a video called Games Workshop Models Are Overly Complicated and Obnoxious, where I show how to paint some Blade Guard veterans, and I really like that Black Templar recipe. That's what I use for all of my models now. I hope they make a second Ferrus Manus model with no head. That would be funny.
Ooh, I like all the skeletons.
Really? That's fun is most people don't like that.
I mean, it's insane.
It's like cliche.
It's super cliche.
What's funny though is because they say that they're gonna like these characters represent later iterations of the Primarchs, but what's weird is that seems to represent the virus bombing, which is like the very first battle of the Horus Heresy. I guess I haven't read too many of the novels. Did they do a lot of virus bombing on other planets?
He looks really good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
He looks really, really, really good.
They fixed the head, which is the only real problem with the old one.
Yep, they fixed the head and how all that works. They bulked him up too, so
Mm-hmm.
he like looks right. And I love that base. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's just so funny.
Just a bunch of dead things.
Oh yeah, I can totally see people not liking it.
Like, I guess this means that, hopefully, like, the new Gilliman is probably going to actually look good. Angron was maybe... Yeah, Angron is also pretty bad. He was the first Primarch they made. Which seems weird, that Angron that kicked off the whole Primarch thing.
Ingran is angry.
He is angry.
Kid
I don't know if he's angry or just hangry.
A little bit of both. Kid is. I'm just excited for the new Horus to cost twice as much as the old Horus.
That'll be interesting, yeah, because the old Primarchs are hella expensive, like unreasonably expensive. So it'll be interesting to see what price point these new ones come in at. And speaking of price points, look at the time, everybody!
Wow, look at that time. It's on clock. Wow, we had 2 videos out this week. Make sure you go watch them. We have 2 more coming. 1 tomorrow, 1 on Saturday. That Saturday is a Patreon exclusive episode going through some more Warhammer Plus content. You can watch it along with us as we commentate on it. We also have our Patreon only live stream after our normal live stream on Fridays, where you can call in and chat with us on Discord during the stream. And that's the only day that we go long as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to spend a little bit more time with us and a little bit more intimate with our voices, you can do that tomorrow. But we'll be back with another live stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central, so join us for that.
Yeah. Alrighty, everybody. Good night.
Good night.